Let's jump right into this explainer, because today we are exploring something absolutely fascinating. We're talking about an invisible yet incredibly powerful psychological force. It's one that actively shapes our daily lives, our relationships, and ultimately our success. And the crazy part? It operates constantly, right in the background of every single interaction we have, usually without us even realizing it's happening. So we're going to unpack exactly what this principle is, how it works, and most importantly, how you can actually master it.
So, why do we naturally return favors? I want you to think back to a time when someone went completely out of their way to do something nice for you. Maybe they quietly picked up the tab for coffee, or they stayed late at the office just to help you finish a really grueling project. How did you feel right after that? If you're like most people, you probably felt a strong, almost automatic urge to do something nice for them in return. It's like an itch you just have to scratch. And that sets up a really fascinating psychological mystery for us. What exactly is driving that instinct?
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. The law of reciprocity, the invisible force.
The answer to our little mystery lies in a foundational theory of human behavior, which is the law of reciprocity. Basically, this is a pattern where people naturally respond to the actions of others. When someone gives us help, respect, or support, we feel highly motivated to give something back. Let's go back to that work example. Think about a time you were completely overwhelmed, literally drowning in tasks, and a colleague stepped in to take something heavy off your plate. You don't just forget about a gesture like that. You are instinctively driven to cover for them the next time they find themselves in a bind. It's just human nature. Kindness creates this immediate, almost involuntary desire for mutual support.
Moving on to Section 2, the daily echo, reciprocity in everyday life.
So, what actually happens when we shift from the theory into practice? Well, this brilliantly illustrates how the energy you put out literally bounces right back to you every single day. When you treat people with genuine respect, when you truly listen to their problems, and when you support their goals, the law of reciprocity dictates that they're going to mirror that exact same behavior back to you. By listening, you make them feel valued. By supporting them, you build stronger, much more resilient relationships. It's a one-to-one ratio. What you put into your connections is exactly what you get out.
And a really important takeaway here is that you absolutely do not need to overthink this. Small acts of kindness create strong connections. You really don't need grand, expensive gestures or to make massive sacrifices to activate reciprocity. Honestly, it's the everyday acts, holding a door, offering a genuine compliment, or simply taking a minute to actually listen to someone that serve as the fundamental building blocks for deep, lasting human connections.
Section 3. The secret to business, reciprocity for success.
Now, this law isn't just for our personal lives, not by a long shot. Successful companies, entrepreneurs, global leaders, they all leverage this exact same psychological rule to build massive success. And the business cycle of reciprocity always starts with step 1, provide value first. You initiate this cycle through excellent service, giving away useful information, or creating a stellar customer experience. Then, once the customer receives that value, we move right to step 2, building trust. They feel valued, so they inherently trust you, which seamlessly leads us into step 3, gaining support. Because the trust is already there, they're far more likely to reward you with their loyalty and their business. Successful enterprises never demand support first. They always provide value first. It really boils down to this core philosophy: give value before expecting rewards. That is the secret to long-term professional success. Many of the world's most successful leaders follow this exact playbook. They don't walk into a networking event or a boardroom thinking, okay, what can I get from these people? Instead, they walk in thinking, how can I help? By leading with value, they trigger reciprocity on a massive scale, which inevitably brings rewards right back to them down the line.
Section 4. The authenticity role, genuine kindness over manipulation. Now, because this psychological force is so powerful, there is absolutely a right way and a wrong way to use it. We have to draw a stark contrast here between transformational behavior and transactional behavior. True reciprocity is built on genuine value, meaning authentic kindness and a real, honest desire to build trust. The trap you want to avoid is manipulation. That means keeping a mental scorecard or expecting an immediate, equal return every single time you help someone. Weaponizing reciprocity as a manipulation tool completely breaks the spell. Think about it. If people sense you're only being nice to get something out of them, trust evaporates immediately. True value only comes from authenticity.
So, the crucial point is Section 5. Now what? Applying the rule today.
We understand the psychology, and we know we need to keep it authentic. So how do we actually apply this starting right now? Here are 5 ways to apply the law. First, Establish a baseline by simply being respectful to others. Second, step up and help people during those difficult times we talked about earlier. Third, freely share your knowledge and experience. Seriously, information is an immense form of value that you can give away for free. Fourth, actively appreciate and encourage others so they feel truly seen. And finally, build trust through your actions. Don't just say you care, show it consistently over time. Implementing these 5 behaviors will actively trigger reciprocity in every single area of your life.
Because ultimately, what you give to the world deeply and fundamentally influences what comes back to you. It is just an undeniable pattern of human behavior. If you go out of your way to create an environment of value, kindness, and respect around you, well, you're directly building better, much stronger relationships. And through those relationships, you're going to inevitably uncover brand new opportunities you never would have found otherwise. To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a provocative thought. What kind of echo are you creating today? Every action you take, every single word you speak to someone else sends an echo out into the world. And based on the law of reciprocity, that echo will bounce back to you. So are you sending out respect, support, and genuine value? Or are you expecting things from people without ever giving first? Take a moment to really reflect on your own behavior and start actively creating the kind of echo you actually want to hear. Thanks so much for joining me today. Now get out there and put this invisible law to the test.